Hey, my name is Owen, and today's topic is the mobius strip. So, what is a mobius strip? It can be easily created by taking a rectangle of paper, giving it a half twist, and connecting the ends together. And you could also do a full twist and a half twist, as long as the number of half twists is overall odd. This just looks like someone was trying to make a paper chain and messed it up, but it's actually a shape with some pretty cool properties. So, the history of the mobius strip, it was mathematically discovered by Johann B. Listing and August B. Mobius in 1858, that's who it was named after, but it appears in old Roman mosaics as early as the year 200 with the modern calendar. It could have just been artistic flair, but maybe they actually could use it for something. So, properties. It has one side. If you trace your finger along it, you will pass along all the points on it and come back to where you started without lifting your finger. And likewise, it has one edge, which is pretty cool when you think about it. Also, if you poke a hole down the middle and you cut the entire thing in half, it just becomes one larger mobius strip with an extra twist, and you can theoretically keep cutting it in half this way forever, and it won't ever break. It is also a two-dimensional shape, which is that rectangle, but it exists in 3 dimensions. So a 2D being on the mobius strip wouldn't be able to tell that there was this third dimension, but it would be able to walk across both sides of the strip without ever climbing around the edge. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, as there is a four-dimensional version of the mobius strip. So, uses of the mobius strip. It doesn't seem like it would be useful in any way, but it actually was used for mechanical belts for a long time. Because of this property of only having one side, they would wear through a lot less quickly because both sides would end up contacting the pulley. It was also used as a sort of initiation for new seamstresses, as someone would get them to sew a mobius strip of fabric onto the collar of a shirt, and since it only had one edge, it would be quite confusing to do. They also have made resistors in the shape of a mobius strip, and because the current will go through it in opposite directions on each side, it cancels out any self-inductance that would cause it to heat up unnecessarily with a higher frequency of electricity. And also, they've created helical magnetism, which is like a magnetic field that goes in a spiral, and I'm sure someone can find a use for that. And lastly, the 4th dimension. So, as a mobius strip is a 2-dimensional shape that has been transformed into 3 dimensions, a Klein bottle is a 3-dimensional shape that has been transformed into 4 dimensions. Us humans are 3-dimensional creatures, and we cannot perceive the 4th dimension spatially, but we perceive it as time, and that is the animation on the slide, is what a Klein bottle would look like in 4D. It doesn't actually intersect itself. It goes around itself in the 4th dimension to avoid that.